Has justice been served after Enock Mpianzi's death? His family has welcomed the dismissal of Parktown Boys High School principal Malcom Williams, but they don't feel it's enough. They'll be pursuing further legal action against Williams, the school, its governing body, including the Provincial Education Department. The family's attorney, Wikus Steyl, speaks to us now. Wikus, thank you so much for your time. A warm good morning to you. Firstly, how is the family doing in these circumstances so far?
Good morning to you, the studio. The family, it's open all wounds for them. Although, like you said earlier, they welcome the dismissal. They feel it's not justice. It's not justice for Enock's death, and it's not justice for the family. They accept that he's been dismissed, but it's not the end of the road for the family. The family ultimately wants to see someone in jail, wants to see the school closed down, and wants to see that camp closed down.
Yeah. So as the attorney, what are the next steps for you?
We've already issued the civil summons against the eNCA, head of department, the school and the camp, and that summons is with the sheriff to be served. I was also in contact with the investigating officer yesterday and the day before about the criminal investigation, and that is also still underway.
And speaking of the particular camp where Enock Mpianzi unfortunately lost his life, I mean, what have been talks and engagements since then? The last time, of course, eNCA even went there, gates were closed, couldn't even get into the premises. Have you engaged with the camp?
I've not had a single word from the camp, and we've sent them the letter of demand, but nothing from them. It's only the NEC's attorney that has corresponded with us. It's as if the camp have just shrugged their shoulders and do not accept responsibility and do not feel that they owe anything to the family, even though it is their actions that caused the death of poor Enock.
Yeah. And speaking of the Provincial Department of Basic Education, I mean, I know that the family wants to pursue legal action even against them. What charges would they be facing?
The criminal charges will be for murder, and in the civil action that the family is pursuing against the government or the department and the camp and the school is for constitutional damages suffered.
Yeah. And Wikus, just in terms of the school, I mean, we tried to also be in touch with the school's governing body. They did say they were not doing any interviews. Have you heard from Parktown Boys School as well?
No, not recently. The last communication I had in this matter was from the department's attorney, but nothing from the school as yet. Same as the camp. They seem to be hiding under a rock. And I don't know if they're hoping that this will go away or just accept that the dismissal of the principal is enough, and they've done what they should.
Let's talk about that particular dismissal. We know that Mr. Williams received a dismissal letter as well from the Department Basic of Education, but refresh our memories here in terms of why he was dismissed and what grounds was he dismissed, because according to my understanding, there was a particular charge which he was not found guilty on.
Yeah, he's been found guilty of... there were 3 charges, and he's been found guilty of 2 of them. One relates to the roll call not being done, and the other one is not complying with the requirements for getting permission for the camp. You'll remember that the school only applied for permission to use the camp a day or 2 before they actually left on the camp. They didn't even submit the correct forms to the department, and that authorization never came back. The issue of the roll call is absolutely ridiculous. There was only 1 roll call taken in the morning before everyone left on the camp, and for 2 days the roll call wasn't taken, and no one even knew that Enock was missing. And that is absolutely irresponsible from the school and the principal. And the principal should have ensured that the list was there and roll call was taken.
Yeah. Just of course, moving forward, and before I let you go, Wikus, what would the family like to see happen? What justice would they like to receive for their son's passing?
They want the camp closed down, and they want the school closed down. Many other boys or pupils have died at that camp, and the school is a horrible place. From the initiation practices up to the Colin Rex case and Enock's death, too many things have gone wrong at that school, and I think it's too late for the school to recover. And the family ultimately wants both of them to close down, and they want the department to pay damages. It's the only way for them, if they suffer, if I can call it that, is to ensure that money comes out of their pocket, even though it's not a matter of making money for the family, but someone should pay for the death of an innocent 14-year-old. And
in terms of those damages, I mean, has that amount been disclosed? How much is it?
The summons has been issued, so it's not a public document. It's for a claim for 20 million rand.
All right, then, Wikus Steyl, that's where we'll leave it. Thank you so much for joining us. Wikus Steyl, the attorney of the Mpianzi family, the family, of course, that had lost their son, Enock Mpianzi, after drowning at a camp, while, of course, going on a grade 8 initiation camp.